Hey there. Sorry I was late. Um, had a few things to do. Internet was buzzing out. Anyways, today's topic: Can Call of Duty be both an Arma type game and an arcade shooter? The simple answer is, well, yes, but actually no. Um, Here's the reason for this. Um, why did I chose either Arma type game or arcade shooter? And it's simply because since Modern Warfare 2019, we've been seeing Call of Duty getting more tactical, and well, many people didn't like it. The core community because Call of Duty was a arcade shooter. Is like, oh, well, you go into tactical, yeah, but still you needed uh that element of arcading on the on your game so it can actually be fun, certain other elements were involved that were not part of if it is arcade or if it's tactical, simply because the magnitude of the decision of how to tackle gameplay was different. We saw that in Black Ops Cold War. Well, they returned a little bit more for arcading. It felt more archaic. um, and I don't know if it is. I think it's me because from Ghost, I saw that they were going on that direction, trying to go a little bit more like Battlefield, a little more tactical. Obviously, there was no feel upgrades, but the kill streaks were an indication of it. Even the strike packages. So on that note, you would understand it's like, oh yeah, yeah, I can get where they're going with this. Uh, in a sense of way also with Infinite Warfare, even though the gameplay mechanics were like copy pasta from Black Ops 3, but there were certain elements within it that tell you, yeah, they want to go tactical. Like Infinity War want to go tactical. And like we said before, Treyarch goes to the archaic mode because it's more appealing, it's much more easier to actually go goofy with an arcade game, even though the campaign is rooted on historical facts, even though some of them are made up, but the historical context was still there, and you're like, eh, except obviously from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. But still, with Black Ops 2, there were still some historical things within it, even though they were taken to 2025 and 2012. So, but going back to this, we're starting to see that in Modern Warfare 2, they became much more tactical in the gameplay. The kill streaks resemble that uh, in a sense of way the equipment, but I think where we see it more is not only in the 66 maps, but more so on Ground War, on DMC, Warzone. So in that sense, you're starting to see, hey, this ain't the Call of Duty that I used to remember. This ain't the archaic shooter that it started. Well, obviously not, because arcade shooters from back in the day have to evolve to what the original vision was for each studio. For example, Treyarch, okay, they are maintaining their arcade form within their context. Okay, Infinity War wanted a more Battlefield Arma type game. Can Call of Duty coexist with being both? Yes and no, but here's the thing. I think Call of Duty, we all know right now, Modern Warfare 3 is going to come this year and it's going to end the trilogy. It shouldn't have to be that way, but regardless of, here we are at the end of the new trilogy of Modern Warfare upcoming. I've been seeing the leaks. I don't know what to say about it. Unless it's hard information, I cannot say about it. I can only speculate, but also I cannot comment on it, like on a stream or in a video format. Like, one, I don't want to get a strike, and two, even if I don't get a strike, um, I don't know the state of the game. So I don't know if it's going to be a huge update. I don't know if it's going to be an entirely new game with an entire new engine, or just an upgrade of Modern Warfare 2, because we don't know how the files are going to translate, even though it's Sledgehammer's is taking the route. Um, when I heard it was Sledgehammer's, yes, at the beginning I don't have faith, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm giving you a chance to not screw this up. So let's just see. Let's just see what's going to happen. But returning to the issue at hand, can it be both at the same time? No. Separate games? Yes. Easy as that. So that means that you can. And why an Arma type game? Look at all the history of Call of Duty. Look at all the assets they have recycled, uh, since I think it's Black Ops 3 in a sense of way. Because Nuketown keeps coming back and in. Certain maps of zombies keep coming back, and newer engines. On Infinity Ward Terminal keeps coming back. Some version of Dome of Shipment, or certain maps, they keep coming back. So why not just create a dedicated engine for an Armor type game on Call of Duty? It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Create an Armor type game separate from the think of a word here. Sorry. Create a separate game. Arma type game. You can call it, I don't know, Call of Duty Forge or something like that. I mean, the term Forge cannot be copyrighted from Halos because it's like it's a normal thing. Are they going to sue the forgers that create medieval weapons or such things for the movies? Like, no. So you can grab that one, or you can, I don't know, call it Call of Duty Universe. COD Universe, and it's from this Modern Warfare 2 engine, or the one that is going to be upgraded for this upcoming one, and then you can just lay all the assets. Obviously, all of them updated. For that matter, in order for you to actually just should have done this. God damn, they're asking for it. Sorry, it's just that they're asking for this thing. But yes, so in that regard, you can actually be, well, let's just say, be better, because on that note, let me just showcase you what you can do with creating a class. Let's share screen. Okay, so you got, just as an example, you got your Tempest Torn here, for the Armor type game. Instead of just the 5 attachments, you can actually, well, not all of it, because it could actually fucked up in the engine, and it could actually fucked up balance. So what you do is actually just give it 7 attachments, but you still keep this. The only thing that you would have to remove, if you want it a little bit more advanced, in order for you to actually carry different types of, but I think it's gonna mess up the program. So that's why I leave it like that. The ammunition. But other than that, it's like, yeah, you can just carry on this. Instead of 5, you can have it 7. And Yes, it might affect balancing a little bit, but the matter of fact is that you have the possibility to create. Now we know for a fact, well, not for a fact, but it's almost like it's going to be certain. Those rumors that hey, in Modern Warfare 3 you can use gloves, vest, and boots as perks. If you're going to do that, you can carry that one to the Arma type game for Call of Duty. Hell, you can even carry the backpack for either extra ammo. Um, you know, your field upgrade is your backpack in the sense of way. That's what I'm getting at. Um, but the way you access it more is like a DMC type backpack. With a secure backpack, with a large backpack, medium, and all of that. And you got your health system, but you can actually put it in the server of each. If is like 100 health, it regens, or if you go down, it's like, oh, I'm down. Your buddies can revive you. How many times your buddies can revive you in your uh, server? So it doesn't have to be always like multiplayer, or within the armor type can be. We can see Call of Duty Machinima. Let me put it that way. We could see Call of Duty Machinima within it. Like we started to see it with a little bit with uh, Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3. Because you could record. We could actually see very interesting creations from the community. You know, uh, Price being the bad guy, or certain good guys turning bad, or bad guys turning good, stuff like that, or create an entirely new uh, type of universe. Obviously, it's Call of Duty's game, so you have to link it to Call of Duty. You cannot say it's your own game. Just like PUBG and Fortnite started, it's like they started from Arma games. Then after that, they created with separate engines their own games in order for it to actually work. But still, credit is due to uh, Arma, and in a sense of way, also Skip from Tarkov comes from that. But with Call of Duty, you can still maintain that um, arcade shooter within an Arma type game. And at the same time, you can actually have other studios develop an arcade game uh, separate from the forging one, and they can manage that one by their own, and you can sell every year or every 2 years a Call of Duty in order for them to actually update the engine, but you still have uh, the other one on the side that they can create uh, their own thing, have their own fun and going tactical shooter and going to create machinimas for the community. And in that sense, it would actually be healthy in order for the game to actually survive in that aspect, and actually grow more in popularity, because then we're going to see, you know, video series or movies on YouTube, or Twitch streamers, streaming about, hey, I'm forging this. If you want to join and if you want to help, you know, in creating this, you can make it an actual contest out of that one in order for you to actually um, be that map is like, hey, we're creating this new Call of Duty, blah blah blah, but we wanted an old fan map, or a map created by fans through this Call of Duty. Uh, submit yours through either Twitter or in the page, to see who wins and everything, votes. So in that sense, it's like you're helping. It's like we, the community, helping the developers, and we wish to. There were, SM Squared. Um, the other two escaping my my mind right now, but still, um, those were fans. They were core fans of Call of Duty, helping Call of Duty with the other ones. So on that regard, it's like the community is willing to help. If you give us the tools, if you give us an Arma type game separate, that we can create our own stuff, our own maps, our own campaigns. Give us a weapon selection that we have right now. Now, for example, give us the whole Modern Warfare 2 library with the one upcoming of Modern Warfare 3 in an Arma type game with all the assets, with all the maps, that we can modify the maps, you know, either in PC, Xbox, or on PlayStation. We can actually do it. And I promise you, if we can record and everything, we would create story campaigns with the characters. We can create our own story separate from the Modern Warfare universe. But because it's modernized, we can actually, you know, change it. Obviously, it's going to be uh, a Call of Duty engine, but made by Call of Duty. We can call it a story, fan fiction could come to life in a sense of way. That's what I'm getting at. Or new observations of how the story could have been and everything. Uh, Things like that. I mean, possibilities are endless with that one. Um, if you want, and at the same time, you can have other studios developing an arcade shooter, like XFI, just multiplayer. Maybe not campaign wise, but you can actually have like the multiplayer, 6v6, 10v10, your zombies mode. If you want war, in the big scale, you can have it. So on that sense, it's like, oh, okay. So Call of Duty can be both, but not in the same game because of the complexity that it brings. Because you have to have your files, even though they're separate, but the updates can be mixed up. So, and on that sense, yeah, it's like it can be both, but on separate games. I understand it's too repetitive and insane, but I just want to hammer the point that it can be both, but just separate. And I wouldn't be surprised if Call of Duty gets to do an Arma type game. Forge your own maps, forge your own. Well, we're in a sense we're forging our own character, but with a new system that they're saying, gloves, vest, boots. You never know. Um, Actually, thinking about it, it seems like Warface, but Warface also had the helmets as a certain type of perk, and the backpack was also like a certain type of perk, but more so for equipment and all that shit. So I think that's going to be the field upgrades, uh, or something. I don't know. Regardless of, if they're going on that direction, it's clear to me that they can do it an ARM type game, and at the same time they can make a separate game where they can be an arcade shooter. Back to them roots. And if they do that, very big applause. Hey, I even can help carry the direction. Infinity War, Call of Duty, if you're listening, hey, if you want, help for directions on how the armor game can actually be, just let me know, and I can help. You know, Having a separate game, the other one you can just sell your campaigns and everything. Hey, you can, since you you want remunerate, you want money from both sides. Every new Call of Duty that comes out archaic, you can actually, as a DLC, if you have your membership in the Forge one, that could cost like $10 or $15. Not a month, obviously, but more so for the year. It's for free, but if you're not a member, it costs, I don't know, $20. to actually download the new content, the new one, obviously updated for the engine. So I know I shouldn't do that because of the community, but it's sense of way is like they're gonna try to make money on it. So there you go. Just an idea. Anyways, just want to get my thoughts on it. I'm waiting for the beta sledgehammers. I'm giving you a chance. I may not have a lot of hopes, but at least I'm giving you a chance. I want to see this game, this trilogy end well. I want to see if it's good, and if everything carries over, man, I will be glad that my Tempest Torrent. I mean, I know I've been begging and on, but I mean, come on. I've been having a lot of fun with this Tempest Torrent. So my only complaint is that the Vigilance side is looks Cold War or looks World War II ish when you aim down. I can't change it, the reticle, but hey, I'm still having a lot of fun. You know, with this configuration, it helps me a lot. It helps me get those campers out of them buildings in ground war. So yes, I've been having a lot of fun with my Tempest Torrent, and I want to carry this Tempest Torrent in Modern Warfare 3. So, um, and with that, you know, thanks for watching. If you like, if you like the content, like on video, subscribe, share it. Um, I still haven't figured out, my schedule, so streams are going to be a little bit random here and there, uh, because work, life, so everything going back to normal in a sense of way. So on that note, take care of yourself, your loved ones, and as always, big trust.